Ecstatic for that game, and football is king, and that's the way it is. And that's a segue to another segment. That's the way it is. You know how it works. 3 rapid-fire questions each, and our producers pick their favorite anchor at the end of the segment. So now we're going to start with you, Chapman. Who's going to be ASU's starting keeper at the end of the season?
You know, I'm going to have to go with the redshirt junior, Megan Delaney. You don't transfer midway through college for no reason. Emma Malsey, a talented freshman goalkeeper, but after some important seniors graduated last year for ASU soccer, they need that veteran presence in goal. Megan Delaney will have the gloves come conference play. And let's go ahead and toss it over to you now, Zach. 112 combined points of offense for ASU through the first 2 contests. Over or under 40 points tonight in San Antonio? I'm
going to say over. You have to consider, I would assume Demario Richard gets a pair of touchdowns. I would assume Kalen Ballage has an off game and gets a pair of touchdowns. And you have to throw Manny in there as well. That's already 5, so I think ASU will win by like 42-21, over 40 for me. So all right, now, who ends up with more touchdowns at the end of the season, Demario Richard or Kalen Ballage? I know Ballage has that head start on him.
He does have the slight advantage after the 8-touchdown game. Demario Richard is going to get more handoffs over the course of the season, but Ballage is the big goal line back that they're going to hand it off to in short yardage situations, and he's going to rack up the touchdown totals, more multi-touchdown games in the near future for Kalen Ballage. Okay, let's go to Sun Devil volleyball. Doubleheader today, and they upset number 17 Santa Clara in the first game of today's action. They're playing against Portland State in a couple hours as well. Do they go 2-0 on this Friday?
I think they do. Portland State's a solid team, but ASU is just more talented. As long as they can keep from that emotional roller coaster that comes after playing 5 sets, they'll be just fine. Now, Andrew, winter is coming, and that means ASU basketball begins practice in a couple of weeks. Which team are you more excited to see, the women's team or the men's team?
Well, you know, head coach Charlie Turner-Thorne of the women's team is going to have her team ready to go, coming off tied first place finish in the Pac-12 last year. I'm interested in seeing what this men's team does. Head coach Bobby Hurley, his first chance to really bring in a recruiting class that is unique to him, and a lot of students around campus, I think, want to see if this ASU men's team can turn things around for them. Okay, let's wrap it up, and let's go from the hardwood to the frozen pond. ASU ice hockey begins their regular season with a pair of games on the road against Notre Dame in early October. Do they snag their first Division I win against the Irish?
I'm an optimist, but I have to say no. I think ASU is close, and eventually it will get that first D1 win of the season, but Notre Dame is just a little bit more talented and just a little deeper, so I think ASU, you know, not yet. That's all I have to say. That's all the questions we had. So now it's the producer's turn to tell us which one of us is the favorite child. They'll tell us somehow. We don't know. It's going to be a surprise.
Beginner's luck going my way.
I hope not. They go with the experience.
Oh.
Look at that.
Nothing for the rookie?
All right, I'm going to talk about something a little different. Kalen Ballage. Don't worry, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but breaking a 66-year-old record is worth a week-long news cycle. What most impressed me was how Ballage handled his shining moment. The 6'3" junior followed his 8-touchdown night by bringing the entire offensive line into the press conference, pulling up chairs for each of them. And to open the presser, he first gave credit to his faith and the big guys up front before saying anything about himself. Tack on another score from number 7. Well done, Kalen Ballage. That's the way it is.